All right, kids, so here's day 2 of implicit differentiation. Now, these are just a little bit different only because there's this cross term. There's an xy term, which means we're going to have to do the product rule in a way. But we can still do the derivative term by term, but we just need to be careful when we get to that cross term. So, for example, the derivative of 1 is 0, and the derivative of x to the third is 3x squared dx dx. Now we have this 4xy squared. So we need to do this in parts. So we're going to do we'll take the derivative with respect to the x part, and then the derivative with respect to the y part. So let's do the x part first. This becomes 4 dx dx because the derivative of x is 1, and what we're left with dx dx, y squared. And now let's do the y part. So this is 4x times 2y dy dx. Now let's clean up things a little bit. Let's just clean things up. So for example, this will make a 1, and that will make a 1, but that is still a dy dx, so that is still there, but we'll clean some things up. So I've got 0 on the left side. This is a 3x squared plus 4y squared, and this is plus 8xy dy dx. And so now we want to solve this equation for dy dx. We want to get dy dx by itself. So we need to take these two terms and move them to the other side of the equation. So that becomes negative 3x squared minus 4y squared equals 8xy dy dx. And now we're going to divide this left side by 8xy. So that is negative 3x squared minus 4y squared over 8xy. That equals my dy dx. So this is how you handle the cross term. When you run across this cross term, all right, that's going to break up into two parts. There's going to break up into a part where I do the derivative according to the x, and then where I do the derivative according to the y. So just be careful when you run across these, okay? Just be careful.